What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the Dread Pirate Dr. Disaster. And when it comes to Tales of the Shire, it's bad enough that the idiots who made this game think that people are going to want to play a game with ugly, fabulous Gandalf.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
This is a game that was consulted on by Sweet Baby Inc., so naturally it is chock full of delusional nonsense, including messing with Tolkien's vision and ensuring that the Shire is a multicultural paradise, rather than the homogeneous, closed-off, and isolationist place that it was written as in Tolkien's books, and they changed it, of course, in the name of diversity. The art style is absolutely atrocious. Everybody thinks that it's uglier than sin, and to top it off, the whole thing, when you see it run, looks like it ought to be on a PS2 or a Nintendo DS or something like that.
Looks like shit.
It does look like shit.
All of that is bad enough, and this game has been called out for it by gamers in a big way. Anytime that a trailer is put out for this game, people make fun of it and downvote it into oblivion, but to make matters worse, Tales of the Shire doesn't only look as bad as cat piss smells, but in order to have the privilege of running this very ugly looking game, it sounds like the PC requirements are pretty hefty.
You've got to be shitting me.
No, I am not shitting you.
Yeah, the system requirements have just been revealed for this turd of a game, and it shows that clearly the people at Weta Workshop simply have no idea what the hell they're doing. As we have covered on this channel before, the people who worked on this game are the activistic sort, who spend a shitload of time talking about their progressive politics on social media. It's too bad they don't spend even half the energy working on optimizing their game. Then maybe gamers wouldn't be forced to look at the PC requirements for this ugly turd and respond like this. Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I've begun uploading some content onto Rumble as well, so make sure that you follow Dr. Disaster on that site too. Also, give me a follow over on X, where my handle is Dr. Disaster 1. I keep a list on there of games lousy with wokeness pinned to my account at all times for your reference, and of course, Tales of the Shire absolutely belongs on that list, especially now that we've learned that it was worked on by Sweet Baby Inc. At this stage, Tales of the Shire, though, seems like abandoned property. The game comes out in about 2 weeks, and they haven't put out a trailer for damn near a month. Usually, in the lead up to a new game release, especially one that ought to be big, considering that they're using the Lord of the Rings IP for cripe's sake, but usually there are all kinds of teaser trailers put out to get people pumped up, but it seems like they know better with this game. Every time they release anything, gamers rip them to shreds, they downvote it and ratio it. On top of that, there are no pre-orders available for this game on Steam, which is ridiculous considering that we're only 2 weeks away from release. If you want to order Tales of the Shire online right now at all, the only option I can find on any major platform is buying the Nintendo Switch version of the game on Amazon. There is no good reason that they would not have pre-orders ready to go at this stage in the release cycle for a while there. As you might recall, I have been saying that I think maybe this is because Weta Workshop was thinking about delaying the game again, but now that we are nearly 2 weeks away from the launch, I think that instead the game is simply abandoned property. I think that Weta Workshop is afraid of making pre-orders available because if they did, then gamers would be able to see how unpopular this game is. I mean, look at the Steam numbers right now. They don't even have 30,000 followers on that platform, and they are the 67th most wishlisted game on Steam, despite being on the verge of launch in a dead zone time of year where there is not much competition for new game releases. About the only other thing coming out soon is Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers, and that game, as you can see here, has 145,000 followers. It's the 31st most wishlisted title, and would you look at that, this game can be pre-ordered, and it's the 37th top-selling game on Steam. It really feels like Tales of the Shire has just been abandoned. This is one of the worst releases I have ever seen. Weta clearly has no idea what they're doing. And as further proof of that, let's look at this article from Game Rant where they tell us about the steep requirements to run this very ghastly looking turd of a game. The article says, Tales of the Shire's official system requirements have been revealed, and they are surprisingly demanding for a cozy Animal Crossing style life simulator. And then let's skip down to the next paragraph where it says, Tales of the Shire has undergone multiple delays since its announcement back in early 2024, but the title now has a confirmed release date of July 29th, a couple of weeks from now. A new trailer was released just a month ago, showcasing the idyllic, day-to-day life of a hobbit. Gameplay-wise, Tales of the Shire appears to be quite similar to Animal Crossing New Horizons, with helping the townsfolk of Bywater build up their settlement from a quaint town to a thriving village as the overarching goal. Early impressions indicate the game has no combat to speak of and focuses exclusively on delivering a casual, relaxed gameplay loop, which involves house decoration, gardening, farming, fishing, foraging, and trading with the locals. PC system requirements for Tales of the Shire on Steam were revealed yesterday, and many were taken aback by how steep they are. The minimum specs demand an Intel Core i5-7600K and NVIDIA GeForce GTX 770 equivalent. And I'm just going to pause right there and just point out what everyone must be thinking. That is absolutely preposterous. The game looks like shit after all. There is simply no reason for the requirements to be that high unless the developers just didn't spend any time on it at all and don't know what they're doing. Once again, this is abandoned property, and these steep requirements don't even get you very much. As it says in the article, according to the additional notes on the Steam page, the minimum requirements only promise 1080p at 30 frames per second, and even with the recommended hardware, the game is expected to run at 1080p and 60 frames per second. Additionally, 16 gigs of RAM is a common requirement for both presets. So, this is preposterous, and I sincerely believe that Tales of the Shire is one of the most poorly handled game releases that I've ever seen, and I am convinced at this point that it's because Weta Workshop knows that it is going to fail spectacularly. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop your mockery of Tales of the Shire and their ridiculous PC requirements into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.